Hello and welcome to the Baby Loss Relaxation Series. This is the Butterfly Project. I'm Lucy and I am here to share with you some free mindfulness and relaxation resources to really help support you after the loss of your babies. I wanted to do this because I recognise that there isn't really a lot in this arena, and there's not really a lot around this specifically in terms of the mindfulness and relaxation resources that are available out there. I am a mindfulness for loss teacher. I'm also a bereaved mum, and I really wanted just to do something to help our community find a little bit more ease following this situation that we all find ourselves in. So I know that this week I'd said I wanted to share with you a video and a meditation all around this idea of primary and secondary suffering. However, this week I really felt like it was important just to kind of intervene a little bit and to make a little video around something that you can do when working with difficult emotions. Because before we kind of jump in, I want to highlight that mindfulness is all about being aware. So it's about bringing an awareness to our experience. And when we do that, we bring this awareness with a kind curiosity and without judgment. So this is really about recognizing what's there and allowing it to be there. And allowing it to be there doesn't mean accepting that you've accepted the situation. It doesn't mean that. It means just kind of allowing whatever emotions and thoughts are happening to happen, and to kind of do that with some kindness and to understand that this is difficult. There's a really great saying in the mindfulness world, which is what we resist persists. And I really took so much from that when I first heard that, because I understood that I had been resisting. I'd been trying to get on with life and just pretending that I was okay, when actually I wasn't okay. And a lot of the time I was pushing it down. I was maybe using alcohol, not loads of alcohol, but just kind of engaging in sort of, oh yeah, I'm just going to have a bottle of wine, or I might go to the pub for a few drinks because that's going to help me feel better. It's going to pick my mood up and it'll be a distraction, etc. But all I've been doing is just burying it and just pretending that it's not there. So mindfulness really helps us to really kind of sit with and be with what's there, because we have to experience it in its whole entirety in order to help us to move forward. And moving forward doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean accepting. It just means moving forward. And, understanding that amongst all of this crappy, shitty stuff is also a world full of wonder and joy and little magic moments. And for a lot of us, we resist so much of what we're feeling and we push it down. And the unfortunate thing with that is it kind of filters everything else out. So we just miss all those nicer things that life offers. And so I wanted to kind of interject this week with this meditation all around working with difficult emotions, because for a lot of people, mindfulness can be extremely difficult when we're just being asked to take our awareness here, or just to be more present. And I want to kind of give you a tool in which you can apply, which is really, really helpful in this instance. Now, it's come from the world of mindfulness. It's a meditation called R.A.I.N. It's an acronym. So we've got recognize, allow, investigate, and nurture, or non-identification. There's two kind of different variations of it, but I like to think that you've got the non-identification part combined with a nurture part as well. Tara Brach talks a lot about this, and it's such a powerful thing, because a lot of us, we are so negative on ourselves, and we forget to nurture those parts of us that get forgotten. So let's explore this R.A.I.N a little bit more then. So the R.A.I.N bit, so it's an acronym. So we've got recognize. So this is the first part of the meditation practice, and it's really about recognizing. So say for example, in the real world, when you're not sat in a meditation practice, if you kind of recognize that, okay, I'm feeling very sad right now, so you've recognized it. So that would be the first part of that. The meditation audio track that you've got access to takes you through this in a little bit more detail, allows you to sit with it a little bit longer. Then we've got the A, which is allow. So this is really just allowing it. Can you allow this to be there? Can you allow this sadness just to be there? You know, where is it? How does it feel? Which then moves into the investigate process of it. So we've got investigation. So that's really investigating a little bit more, kind of, you know, really peeling back the layers of how does it feel to feel sad? You know, what kind of sensations are here? Is it in my throat? Is it in my chest? What thoughts are happening? Etc. So again, this is a process in itself. So it all kind of flows into each other. And then the last part is this non-identification. So to understand, first of all, that what you're experiencing is just a feeling, or what you're experiencing is just a thought. Okay, so we're separate from these things. We can create some space and some distance. So if I recognize that I'm sad, you know, I'm not kind of jumping into that sadness. I'm going, okay, I'm feeling sad. So I can kind of have this sadness here at a distance, and I can understand that it's there. And I can I can think, well, you know, it's okay. It's okay to be sad. I mean, we've got a right to be sad. You know, we've lost a child, or we've lost our children. There's so much you know, fairness in that, allowing that sadness to be there, isn't there? And then we've got the nurture as well, the kind of the two combined: non-identification, which is acknowledging that you're separate, and then the nurture, which is all around bringing in this kindness and compassion. And the meditation talks you through this nurture part, which is a lovely part of it, just to kind of acknowledge that this is really hard right now, and I want to show myself some loving kindness, and, you know, maybe even choosing to place a hand on your chest, or to give yourself a hug, just to understand that it's a really difficult situation. So it's a 4-step process. So R.A.I.N, an acronym. Now, when you listen to this audio recording, I'd probably say listen to it a couple of times, and especially if you can catch it when you are finding that you're dealing with some really difficult emotions, pop the meditation track on, and then, you know, the more times you do it, you will then start to acknowledge the different steps, so that when you're out in the real world, when you're just going about your everyday life, you're then much more able to go, oh, R.A.I.N, okay. And no one even has to know that you're doing it. You can just, you know, a few minutes just to really work through that process, just to help you deal with that moment in time. Because remember, our state of mind changes all of the time. You know, even though when we are in a difficult emotion, and I say in it because we step into that, don't we, often? Understand that just as the sky changes with the clouds, so does our state of being, so does our mind. You know, you might be feeling this way now, you might be feeling this way today, but you might not be feeling this way tomorrow. And I certainly know that my grief is so, you know, there's that wonderful picture of grief with the spiral, and I think it's such a great representation of it, because it really just illustrates how well how I can't get my words out, but how our grief changes, and how sometimes we can feel okay, and then sometimes we can just kind of feel like we've gone down and back up and down again, and it's this continuous roller coaster. But if we have some tools in our imaginary toolbox, such as a R.A.I.N meditation, for example, or such as engaging with the senses, which was another video that I made, it really just helps us to know that we've got things to help us through. And for me, that has been incredibly helpful in understanding that I don't have to do this without anything, and that I have tools to support me through when things do get difficult. And remember, the practice of mindfulness it's a wonderful practice, but it's a way of life. It's really being present for what's happening. And unfortunately, that means being present for the difficulties that happen as well. So so I hope that this R.A.I.N meditation finds you well wherever you are in the world. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting this project. Please share with anyone you feel that it will help. And until next week, I will see you soon. Sending all my love, and you take care. See you later, everyone. Bye.